Hey guys, I'm sitting at the gym, basically down at Sports Centre. I actually recorded a video on the way down. I'm using a lavalier mic with my phone. I normally use a GoPro, but I just decided to use something different today. The problem is I had my window up on the way down, so it was going... Fortunately, yeah, the audio sucked. So I thought I would do it again. What I want to do in this video is talk about GPU mining and talk about selling your GPUs. Now, this is the climate and this is the time of the year where it actually makes sense to sell. If you look at the figures, if you look at mining calculators and you look at how many coins you make per day and what your electricity costs are, you could argue actually the time to sell was a few months ago. So yeah, it's a very bad situation for miners with the current prices. And you know, I was chatting to my friend Mark today. I've seen a lot of people talk about mining Ethereum, and you know, it's actually costing them money. And my friend Mark was saying he was making like 1 or 2 cents per 1060, and he's decided to sell. He's boxed up his GPUs. He's selling some on AV forums. He's selling others to CEX. The problem, I think, you know, and a counter argument to selling is that yes, the figures out there, the figures in the mining calculators and the electricity costs and the return that you get on a daily basis for most coins suggest that you should sell. The problem is everyone is doing that. So you've got an avalanche of people trying to sell their GPUs. And to give you an example of that, last week, Mark was going to box up his cards and sell them to CEX. And I think they were giving £147 cash at the time for a 1060. And now I think they've dropped it down to like 125 or something. So no doubt this is because they've seen so many people sell their cards. They've checked the value in the market and they've seen that used GPUs have come down in price. So there is a counter argument to that because one, well, inconvenience of selling, but just from a sales point of view, there's only so many people that are going to buy GPUs, and you could actually find it quite hard to sell your GPUs at a good price. I mean, I'm not sure if my friend Mark has to drop the price all the way down to £100. And to put it into perspective, the 1060s that he'd be selling still retail at £250, pounds to buy now, retail value anyway. So that's one counter argument to selling, is the simple fact that so many people are selling right now, it perhaps isn't the time to sell. What a lot of people are doing is simply switching off the rigs, and you could call it sitting on the fence. But I think it's maybe a smart idea as well, because if you think that the market is going to pick up in a few weeks or a month, if you think the market's going to pick up, then why not just disable your rigs right now and then sell them in a month, or just keep mining in a month? You know, why sell just now when the market's down, when no one wants to mine? Why sell them just now when you think the market will recover and perhaps these cards are making 1 cent or 0 or negative money per day, perhaps in a month they will be making $1 per day. If you think the market is going to come up because of this ETF decision in September, maybe keeping, just disabling your rigs for a few weeks is the smart thing to do. But again, here's another counter argument, and I'm not saying this is the right thing to do. In fact, I'll go as far as saying it's a very risky thing to do, but it's what I'll probably be doing, is to just keep GPU mining. And the reason I'm saying that is because there's so many people disabling and switching off the rigs, because there's so many people selling their GPUs, what we're going to see is the hash rate for lots of coins across the board being decimated. The hash rate, even for Ethereum, for Litecoin, for all these major coins, they are going down by a huge amount. And if you think those coins are going down, if their hash rate is low, then wait till you see what the hash rate is like for some of the altcoins down at the bottom of the market. The hash rate is going to be absolutely tiny. It could be 50%, it could be 40%, it could be 30% what it was just a month ago. Now, I don't want to name coins. I need to do some research into this as well, but I do feel that all these people selling GPUs and switching rigs off, we could create a vacuum, and there could be opportunities to mine a crap load of coins for coins that you like. Perhaps some of these coins aren't on mining calculators. As a reminder, coins like Safecoin aren't on what to mine yet. And yet there was days where I would make $6, $7 more mining Safecoin than what to mine. And if Safecoin, there were certain days where Safecoin was that profitable, there's undoubtedly a lot of other coins like that out there that are profitable as well. So you have to go beyond what to mine, look at some other mining calculators. But I truly believe that if, say, a month ago there was a coin that you were mining, and say with your setup you were getting 300 or 400 coins per day, maybe just now you'll be getting 1,000 coins per day. maybe even more than that, maybe 1200, maybe 1500, who knows. But there's going to be opportunities for that because of the hash rate dropping. There's going to be certain coins that you can mine and you can get a lot more coins. But of course, to counter argument, to play devil's advocate, you always have to look at the cost of just buying the coins outright. You know, if you can mine, you know, if it works out that, you know, the cost of you mining and, you know, take away your electricity costs and you're still better just buying those coins, then switching off your rigs is the smart thing to do. You know, I'm not saying what's the best thing to do at this point. In fact, if you had to push me and say what's the best thing to do with my GPUs right now, if you look at the figures, if you look at, you know, what the mining returns are right now, the smart move might be to mine, to sell. That's what my friend is doing. My friend's selling, and he says even if the market, you know, picks up again, he's going to use the funds and keep it in Bitcoin, and then he's going to buy an ASIC miner. It's hard to argue with that. It really is hard to argue with that when all the figures point towards him making the right decision. But maybe I'm making a big mistake. Maybe I'm making a huge mistake by continuing to mine. The value of my GPUs could drop considerably. It could drop by a huge amount. I don't know what I said there. I misspoke there considerably. Yeah, the value of GPUs could drop by a huge amount. So it's very risky what I'm doing and just keep GPU mining. But what my strategy is moving forward, I'm going to continue to mine coins that have nodes. So I'm mining Ether 1 right now. I'll talk about that later. I'm mining Ether 1. I'm going to start mining some other coins that have masternodes, Peril, Zellcash, Snowgem, all these other coins. I'm going to look at what the cost of mining those coins are for me, save up, put it into a shared masternode or a full masternode and take it from there. I'd like to hear what you guys think about this, guys. I've seen a lot of discussions about this in Discord communities over the last few days. I think when people say that it's the right time to sell, or that, you know, they think the market will pick up, you just disable your rigs, it is hard to argue with that. But keep looking for opportunities. I really do think there's going to be some coins out there that, you know, the hash rate will drop so much that it might be profitable again. You're going to have to look outside what to mine and perhaps look at some maybe newer coins and that. But in situations like this, when everyone's going one direction, when everyone goes left, sometimes if you go right, you can make a little bit of money. Let me know what you think about this, guys. I think this is an interesting subject, and I think this is something that all GPU miners will be talking about over the next month. So I'd love to hear your view on this. Please do leave a comment, and I'll speak to you all in the next one. Cheers, guys.